Hello, I'm Dan Eichner, Product Manager for Husky's aftermarket service business. After more than 30 years with Husky, most of that time in service, one thing has become clear. You need to know what's happening inside your machine to keep it running at its best. That's why we created our enhanced monitoring upgrades. Think of them as vital signs for your equipment, giving you real-time insights into oil cleanliness, stored energy, temperature control, and power performance. When you can see what's happening as it happens, you can catch issues earlier, cut down time, and extend the life of your equipment. Now I'll hand it over to our team of dedicated design engineers who built these upgrades so they can walk you through how each one works. We'll also explain how these upgrades can be seamlessly integrated into 𝗲𝗏 Elite.
Hello, my name is Bruce Butler. I've been designing hydraulic systems and upgrades at Husky for over 30 years.
Hello, I'm Brendan Noble. I've been a software designer with Husky for almost 3 years now.
Lately, we've been looking at ways of applying monitoring devices to provide actionable predictive maintenance information. Particulate and moisture contamination cause serious system failures if left unresolved. That's why we've developed the particle counter monitoring upgrade. This system reports cleanliness levels that directly affect servo valves and cylinders. By mounting the inline particle counter on the power manifold, we provide the earliest possible reporting of contamination, giving customers the earliest opportunity to act. Contamination levels are displayed on the HMI according to ISO 4406 standards.
Here's how it works. Once the pump starts, we allow the lines to flush for 1 minute. After that, the particle counter begins testing, and every 5 minutes, ISO counts are reported straight to the HMI. This gives real-time insight into oil cleanliness and allows us to trend results, detecting issues before they take down the machine.
Next, let's talk about heat exchanger performance monitoring. This package monitors both moisture in the oil and the performance of the heat exchanger. Moisture level measurements can identify water leakage from the heat exchanger, as well as dissolved water from ambient humidity, providing the customer with the earliest opportunity to address the issue. We also monitor pressures and temperatures to track heat exchanger condition. In addition, we monitor supply water for early diagnosis of tower water issues long before high oil temperature alarm occurs. Changes in the water pressure differential can help us diagnose fouling of the water tubes, while on the oil side can identify issues with the filter pump. Now let's move on to accumulator pre-charge monitoring. Initially, we only planned to add a pressure transducer to each bladder accumulator. But when we combined this with motor monitoring, we realized we could provide much more information, such as leakage rates and system efficiency.
Here's how it works. When the pump starts, we measure the pre-charge levels and the charge time for each accumulator. If combined with the Power Pack motor monitoring package, we can also measure the energy required to charge the accumulators. When the pump stops, we measure the internal leakage in the system. This allows us to detect worn seals, valves, and study the flow through the hydraulic circuit. By combining measurements from the accumulator charging, discharging, and the Power Pack motor monitoring package, we gain a comprehensive overview of the entire hydraulic system. This gives us critical insight into machine health and predictive information to prevent issues before they happen.
Hi, I'm Cyrus Maseni, Principal Field Specialist, and I've been with Husky Technologies for 27 years. I helped develop our Power Pack motor monitoring upgrade, which protects Husky machines against 3 major types of issues. First, it monitors the quality of power supply to the machine, protecting the pump motor from problems like significant voltage drops or missing a phase. Second, it tracks the load on the pump motor during production. If the motor is overloaded, operators get an alert, giving them a chance to fix the problem before it leads to a major issue. Third, it detects underlying hydraulic problems, such as excessive internal leakage or degraded pumps. Early detection prevents premature oil degradation and avoids the extra energy consumption these issues usually cause. And when you combine motor monitoring with accumulator monitoring, you get a complete view of your machine's power pack health, making preventative maintenance a routine, not a reaction.
Hello, I'm Arun. I'm the product manager with Husky 𝗲𝗿𝗁𝗍 program with over 14 years of experience. Let's talk about how these enhanced connected upgrades work with 𝗲𝗿𝗁𝗍. Enhanced connected upgrades give you a deeper visibility into the critical areas of your system. But when they are connected to 𝗲𝗁𝗍, the real power begins. In our global monitoring centers, Husky proactive monitoring specialists watch your equipment in real time. If they see anything trending out of the spec, they trigger a "we call you" alert to help you correct the issues before it becomes downtime.
These upgrades give you a clear, real-time picture of your machine's health, allowing you to spot issues early and take action during planned downtime. Together, they help your equipment run more efficiently, more reliably, and with continuous monitoring, we can help you maximize these benefits even further. Your Husky's business manager will be in touch to bring these upgrades and monitoring capabilities to your facility. With enhanced monitoring and Advantage Plus Elite in place, you will be able to reduce unplanned downtime and keep your equipment performing at its very best. Husky Technologies, powered by people.